Welcome back to Canvas Classics. Today we're getting ready to put the headliner in. What we've got is there are some sound deadening panels that go in the top. We need to glue them in. We're using our 3M high strength adhesive. We'll go ahead and I'll hop in here and we'll get this side sprayed up and then we'll spray our pieces. Swap sides here. I just don't want this in my face. So as you can see, we did cover the front and back, so if we did get a little overspray on the glue, it'll catch it. And these are what we've got. They're just like a cotton insulator. All they're basically for so you don't get a rattle from the roof. And that can's gone. See, make sure. Shake it really well, it says. So those are our back two pieces. Let me set those out of the way here. So what we're going to do is we're going to let these just tack up a minute. And we're going to spray these two, which are for the front. Okay. And we'll start with a little tacky. We're good. So you don't want it to be completely dry, you want it to be a little tacky. Grab our other one, hop over to our other side. We're kind of doing these in the order that I sprayed it so that We're getting the correct times on these. You do got to be careful that these don't go together. Okay, these ones we didn't mark, so I'll just have to kind of hold it up in place because one way it fit, the other way it didn't. There you go, like that. I'll take a razor blade and cut that off. Do that before it dries. Just a little small razor blade knife. It's not working as good as I would like. I think I can get these scissors up in there, so. Okay. Okay. So what these are for is, as you can see, we're gonna have, they call them bows, that go across and hold the headliner in. You can see these holes here and here, as well as further back. There's 5 or 6 of them that go across. So what that'll do is if you're going down the road, your roof's moving just a little bit, the headliner moves just a little bit, instead of getting this, you now get this. So it's just a silencer for the bows, as well as, you know, any movement on the roof. You're not going to get that sound. So it's just a sound deadener. So we're going to let those dry off. We might take our roller and roll them, we'll see. They're looking pretty good though, so we'll probably just leave them. But the next step will be put the headliner in. We'll have to cut for these wires and feed the wires through. They're for this dome light that goes right here. Looking at it, it runs down through here, so we'll wrap it around here, and then probably onto this panel right here. And then there's a separate piece, what it looks like for the cell panel. So we'll have to figure that out. And because I don't know that we have the originals to make a pattern off of, we may have to make a nice CAD drawing, cardboard template to, and then maybe make it out of like some 1/8 inch wood or something that's a little bit moldable, but a little bit heavier duty than just some cardboard. But we'll come back to you as soon as we get ready to start putting this headliner in. Hey, welcome back. We're ready to start putting this headliner in. You saw last little bit we put the foam pieces, cotton pieces up in the top. We're ready to do this. So when you get to do a headliner in these older cars, you have, these are called bows, and these go into slots inside the roof, and they feed through these. So you'd go ahead and feed this through all the way across, like so. We're not going to do that because what you first need to do, and this kind of takes 2 people. You'll notice we're wearing coats, it's a little chilly in here. We'll find the middle of the rod. As you can see, it's pre-marked. This one's pre-marked. If not, you need to mark it. But we have on our front here, so this shows, this is the front, so this is your windshield area. And they've marked our center line all the way down. You do need to have your center line all the way. So what we'll do, the other thing I want to show you is, let me go to one of these further ones. If you'll notice, all these bows are even, different length, different bend. So if you're pulling out your original headliner, you're going to want to mark them somehow. We didn't have the original headliner in it. We didn't have the bows, so we ordered them. Come with this sheet. If you'll notice a little bit, kind of hard, but this one's red. This one's a little easier to see. This one's blue. So they give us this sheet, starting at the windshield. The first rod's red, then white, and we just laid them out. But what we need to do now, before we get ready to put that in, is we need to find the center of our bows, match that with the center here, just set it on here, and we need to come back and notch these out so that it'll stick out beyond what these are. As you can see, these are, I'm about 3 inches long here. So we need to find our centers of these, put them in. We're gonna have to cut a little bit from each side, and then we'll be ready to put it in. We'll come back to you at that point. Hey, welcome back. As you can see, we've got the bows in. We're ready to put it in the car, so let me climb in there and we'll get started. Yours. Nope, I got the end one. So there's some clips up in here. The center one catches. We'll go back to our next one. I think we better go in the middle on that one. Did you hit yours?
No, but we've got to turn it up. Can't you get me? Think the middle one again.
Yeah.
Line's in.
Yeah. And that'll finish pulling when we pull that back. So now we'll flip it around.
Going in the bottom one.
Yeah. And in.
Yep. What do you think on this one?
I'm gonna have to go in the middle one.
Huh?
I'll probably have to go in the middle one. Did you go in the middle one?
Yeah. Yeah, the middle one.
It's got to twist up. Okay. Okay, so that's got that part. It's looking like we need to start from the back because all of them was pulling towards that way. So we'll get our back set. We'll show you what we need to do with that. So we need to spray glue it, but we'll come back to you in just a minute once we figure out how we're going to do that. Okay, so ready to glue it in. We're going to be using 3M super adhesive. Dad's going to hold up that cardboard so that we don't get paint or glue all over the car. I'm going to go ahead and climb in and so we're going to glue both sides. So I'm spraying the metal right now where it adheres to. Okay.
Good?
Yep. Give it just, still a little tacky. We need to just let it dry just a little bit. And then what we're going to do, we've gone ahead and marked right here our center line. And so we'll push this back, pull it back tight to that center line, and we'll work from the middle out. So we'll just get our center line done, and then we can work one side, and then we can come back and work the other side. And then we'll go back, then we'll pull to the front, get our front done, and then we can pull side to side and get all these wrinkles out, get the headliner in. But we're going to show you this, and then we'll come back and show you the finished product. Okay.
Where do I need to get out there where I can pull it? Yeah. Slide over a little bit. Oh, you got bad wrinkles in it.
Climb out and I'll shove that in with that. Okay, so you can see these make these oversized. What you've got is this actually folds up in there. So we got to take and cut that down just a little bit. You have the tool?
Yeah.
What you got up in there is you got some little finger clips that'll catch this. And we're not going to go all the way to the edge because we want to pull this when we do our sides.
Stick it right in here a little bit. You gotta push it clear up there. There's that pipe.
come over and do just a little bit on this edge. And again, we're stopping from the edge so that we can pull side to side. So we're just going to do that again. We'll do the same thing on the front. It has the same thing. We'll glue it, pull it. We wanted to get this side set though in those grooves, so when we can really pull the front, we can get a really good, pull and get it real tight, front to back, and then we'll do the sides. We'll get those good and pulled side to side and come back to you and show you the finished product. So we got our front and back. I decided we better show you this. So it had a bracket in there for it to attach to. The sides do not. So they have just a piece of metal that sticks down. So what we have, windlass from your other cars. You just put so what this will do is it'll attach to this side, it'll roll over to this side, and we'll just push these up on there, and that'll hold it in place while the glue dries. But I just wanted to show you, and all we did was we took windlass and cut it into like 1.5 inch strips, 2-inch strips, and then once we get this done, we can just slide that up and over, and it'll hold it in place till the glue dries. Let us go ahead and do the sides, and we'll come back and show you when we're done. Okay, so we got the headliner in. As you can see, we got these pieces holding it. Those will just hold it till it dries. And I'll have Dad hand me off the camera and we'll come in here and look at it. So there are a few little wrinkles in it. That's fine. Part of that is because we are doing it and it's 40 degrees outside. Had we done this when it was 80, we probably would have got a little less wrinkles in it. But I've also seen, so we've done a couple of headliners. We'll take this out in the sun and once we get the glass and stuff in it, we'll let it sit outside with all the windows up on a good hot day, and that'll kind of shrink it up too. And if not, we can always grab an iron with a steam setting on it and we can kind of steam it and that'll go into place. So that's what we've got. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe.